Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about the bent over row. There are a ton of different variations of this movement, but there's some key things that are going to be consistent throughout all the different variations, and that is that we want to make sure that we're hinging over to create a nice flat back, almost parallel to the floor, right? So I'm going to demo it as though we are doing a bent over barbell row, because that's probably the most advanced row that we have, and it's going to be the most technically demanding. So we're taking a lot of the cues that we use for the RDL and we're going to apply it here. So essentially we want to hinge over, we have a slight knee bend, our back is nice and flat, and then from here we're pulling the bar up into our hip crease. We don't want to see the bar coming to the sternum or even the collarbones, right? This is not the direction we want to be pulling. We want to think about back into that hip crease while we maintain a flat back and that slight knee bend. One common fault that we'll see with a bent over barbell row, if it's too heavy, is we'll start to pull and heave the bar to the chest, right? So we don't want to use weight that's inappropriate, and then that is the result. We want to be able to hold a good position and pull the bar nice and tight into that hip crease to really activate lats and upper back. So again, hinge over, pull back and squeeze, back and squeeze. Now again, this is assuming that we're doing a barbell bent over row. There are a ton of different variations. We'll go through a couple, okay? If we're going to perform a dual kettlebell bent over row, they'll start to the outside and we're simply pulling those to the side of our body, okay? You'll notice it pretty much looks identical to our bent over row with the bar. The difference is we have two objects to control and we're keeping the elbows in tight to the body. Another variation of a dual kettlebell bent over row with a wide emphasis will look a little bit different, okay? So we start the same, but we're going to pull high elbows kind of away from the body. All right, everything else is the same. It's just the direction of the elbows that we're kind of playing with, right? Wide emphasis and then standard, okay? Also, you can do single arm bent over rows where you prop yourself up on your knee or thigh. Same pulling action, but now we are supporting our low back with our kickstand, if you will, right? So you can prop it up on your thigh if you'd like, or you can support yourself with one hand on a sturdy object and then pull, right? So in general, what we want to think about is a nice flat back, and we're always going to try and pull back to our waistline as opposed to up high, kind of level with our collarbones. All right? So that's going to be our bent over row family of movements.